We are live from Lakeland, Florida. This is the Brown Report with Madden.
Bill, and I am, dude, this hate ever going to end.
Sweaty bowls, as they say.
Sweaty balls. Everything sweats. I hate to be a woman wearing a bra. You'd probably have to put some like maxi pads underneath to hold that sweat. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to ask my wife. So
Don't ask your wife that.
She might tell me, and she might show me. Hey, I'll take whatever I can get.
That's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Show me
After 30 some years of marriage, I'm like,
Wait, how long have you been married?
I got married in 1992, so 31 years.
Wow.
I'm married longer than you've been alive, Matthew.
No, that's a
No,
lie.
I know it's a lie.
You got married when I was in junior high school.
Like middle school?
When did you get married? What year?
92. I graduated in 88.
Okay, I was 14, so I was
Dang, little Matt. He had no...
8th grader.
8th grader.
Had no idea. Had no idea about life.
Dang, it's wild, isn't it?
It is wild.
Time flies.
It does fly. Speaking about flying, have you heard the Amazon planes around town lately?
I always hear Amazon planes.
Dude, they fly over my house.
Where I work, I'm right by the airport, so those things go over.
Literally one today over the house. I'm like, whoa, this ain't good. This is it.
Right on the flight path.
Yes, I know.
You can watch the bank, because I'm on the north side, and you can see them come in over my house.
Yep.
I can see them going down south, and I know where that bank is, and it's right over your house.
Yeah, it's like we're the bank of Amazon over here. Yeah.
How many? That's a big facility. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 Amazon Air facilities in the States.
Yes, and we are 12 planes a day, I think.
That's crazy.
12 planes a day.
Constant.
They want to do like 25 a day.
And once we get commercial, which they've been talking about forever,
Actually, they're an international airport.
because they do like a flight a week to Bahamas.
Okay, and we're famous.
Now, you're driving down I-4 and you see Lakeland Linder International. You're like, hey, I can go to Copenhagen.
No, you
can't.
You can go to Nassau. And why would you want to fly there?
And probably a little charter plane. I don't know.
Little charter plane. All right. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. First off, don't forget iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Apple iTunes.
Anywhere you can find podcasts.
Just look up Brown Report Podcast. You'll find it there. We're on the Instagram. We're on the Threads.
I am not doing that.
I know.
Dude, I told you before.
I know.
You're going to make one stupid mistake. You're going to get banned from something.
I've already been banned. So what do I have to lose anymore?
Don't get permanently banned.
What are you going to do? I'll just get a new phone, new IP address.
Oh, you could do that.
You know what I should do? Just do one of those NordVPN.
VPN. Bounce it all over the world.
You guys.
You don't wear that. No. Find me.
I'm an African man.
Smooth phone.
Yep, exactly. Try to get Domino's delivered on the VPN. Yeah, so you're like in South Africa or something.
No, I'm in your zone.
Yeah.
I am right here.
Yep. All right. So
before we get into that, what about the Georgia?
Oh my God.
So yesterday there was, I guess they leaked and they posted on their website, the clerk of courts, before they said the grand jury deliberated all these charges.
So it was already
pre-baked.
It was pre-baked. The grand jury
signed off.
Had they signed off on
it?
I
don't know, but it's probably a rubber stamp sign off. And,
yeah.
And if you see the charges, I went through some of the documents, and they're using as evidence from I don't know, December 2020, him talking about voting and saying you have to go to like Right Side Broadcasting and watch this. But it's part of the conspiracy.
Is there mattress tag ripping off charges?
It's a bunch of
Coke versus Pepsi. I mean, what is it now?
And I saw something right as I was leaving on the news that they might not have him just go to the courthouse. They're going to probably have him report to Fulton County Jail. So they're going to jail.
Oh my God!
Please do.
Can we
please jail him, because at that point he's a martyr, and F you guys.
Do they want him to win?
They want him to win, or they want civil war, or some kind of ridiculous thing. I don't know. Good luck.
I don't understand it anymore. The dude lost. If he's not a threat, why do you keep on going after him?
Because they know he's a threat, and they don't want to lose.
But they always trying to say he's illegitimate. Remember Russia? How come Hillary Clinton didn't get arrested for lying about Russia?
Right.
She lied.
Literally
Literally lied.
Election interference.
And
denying elections.
And denying it. And creating a false dossier.
Right. Nothing
happened.
Right.
And prove it all wrong.
Trump.
Clinton, not arrested. No arrests. No
Trump
threats.
Peacefully marched down to the Capitol. He has freaking tweets showing, "Do not, please leave, please leave."
And we know that the 3-letter agencies were involved in that too.
And you're allowed to say, "I don't agree with these election results."
That's
you're
freedom of
allowed
speech.
to say.
So now we have the government. No, we have the government trying to squash freedom of speech.
I guarantee there's fraud. 100%.
There is.
There's no way this bumbling freaking fool.
81 million people. 81.
If you remember the freaking rallies, there he is. There's Trump, 30,000 people.
Yes.
Joe Biden, 15 circles spread 8 feet apart.
Yeah.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever
Was
witnessed.
the one with the cars, where they're all in their cars beeping?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what is this crap? No.
Whatever.
It's a lie. We know it's a lie. You don't, I mean, it's clear as day. If 81 million people did not vote for Joe Biden, that's a lie.
There can't be. But then you look at how social media has influenced people in just talking to people on the left. They believe freaking everything.
So
my friend up in Pittsburgh believes everything that's happening wrong in Florida. Saying, I saw him actually, he was down a couple weeks ago. And he's like, "So how's this Don't Say Gay bill?" I'm like, "There's no Don't Say Gay bill. He just basically says don't teach sex up to 3rd grade. Shut your freaking mouth."
He says don't talk about sex to small children in elementary school.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a Don't Say Gay bill. He asked me, he goes, "So I heard all your construction is halted." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "After they did something with the I-Verify or the Verify thing for employment, all the labor left." I'm like, "Dude, we are blowing up. What are you talking about?"
It's like all lies.
It's crazy. So
and there's a lot of people. So isn't that technically? I'm not saying your friend's racist. Okay, I'm not saying that. But isn't it technically kind of racist when you say your construction slowed down because of I-Verify because you're thinking they're all illegal aliens, but they're really not.
Right. I know a lot of white dudes and
there's
all races that do construction. I mean, you can make some damn good money like slinging drywall, doing plumbing,
plumbing,
window installation.
Apparently, they're all legal aliens.
Right. So the left is the racist ones. I just smile and I'm like, you're dumb.
Yeah.
And
you should have printed out the bill and read it with him.
But that's inconvenient facts. I mean, they're not going to want to take the time.
Did you bring up the PDF file and Control F to see where don't say it?
No, I should have done that.
You should have got the PDF. Control F. Find it.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either, man. I don't know either. All right. So, speaking of liberal cities and this madness that goes on in this country, they're struggling with this migrant issue.
Oh, no way. Oh.
But they want all these people. Oh, yeah.
They want all these people.
It's like, we need them. We need them here. They should just come here.
But they don't want them here. They don't want them
No. They don't want them there with them.
Right. They don't want them in Florida, Texas, and the red states.
Yeah.
So, the Massachusetts governor, I don't know if this story you talked about, but she actually, I think it was Massachusetts or Michigan, one of those M states, wanted to basically say,
Minnesota, Michigan,
they're leftists, but they're suggesting if you have room to house one of these migrants, you can kiss my ass. I am not housing anybody.
Didn't we prevent that kind of thing with the Constitution?
That's for soldiers. Rights? That's for housing soldiers.
But aren't they? Is this an invasion though?
Then it would be treason for foreign.
You'd be aiding a foreign
adversary. Yeah. So maybe we
should arrest them.
Let's do
arrest them.
So they're doing all this
illegal aliens. Isn't that illegal?
But yeah, it's illegal. But then you got Trump being like charged for.
Yeah. It's like, I told him not to go to the Capitol. They did it anyways.
Whatever. Conspiracy to defraud.
So Massachusetts has 20,000 families in state shelter system, costing them around $45 million a month.
Good. Go broke.
Go broke.
Go broke.
And
Send them back to wherever they came from.
I know.
How about just round them up,
and just send
put them in the freaking train? Because you're going to have large transportation systems. No,
not that. Amtrak.
I'm not talking about boxcars.
No.
I'm talking about.
We're trying to say that's not what we're saying.
No, but I'm saying with Amtrak, that's the border. We send them over the freaking border.
Yep.
Or if they're from, because there's a lot of people. It's not just everybody's things.
It's
just
not
Mexico.
just Central America. There's Russians, Chinese,
terrorists. So send them back
everywhere. They're coming from everywhere except for here.
Right.
So we got 20,000 families up there that should not be there. Think about it. 20,000 families times 5. That's like 100,000 people illegally there.
Right. So you're
45. So you're talking 45 million a month. So you're spending what, $4,500 a person, or is that $45,000 a person? I don't know the math. I don't know the math.
I've had a long day. I'm not going to try to clank that through my head.
But think about how much money that is a month in
It's
government funds, taxpayer funds.
Let them go broke. Let them raise taxes. I hope that whole state falls apart.
Massachusetts,
right?
It
that, California, all of them.
Can you imagine people used to throw tea in the harbor for a 3% tea tax, and these suckers are paying 50% plus tea taxes.
Throwing like everything into the.
It's like I'm throwing a car. I'm throwing a Tesla in there. That's gonna burn there for weeks.
I would with the water. So I don't know. They really need to, and they're going after Abbott for these people being injured by his buoys. You know what? They should put razors.
The buoys.
They should put acid on them, razor blades. Chainsaws are constantly moving. I don't care. These people are coming illegal.
Coming in.
If they're coming illegal, I don't care what. If you're coming in illegal, you're breaking the law. I don't care what happens to you.
Yes.
You're invading our country. If you die in the river, you die in the river.
But here's the thing. We could solve this in one thing. One thing. You know how we solve it? They pay taxes. And they get no government assistance.
That's where you
and
go
I'm
back.
Completely fine.
You
can let them in.
Then you'd have to go to, like I was talking, I think last week or week before, with the national fair tax, where they want tax. They can come in, they can do work, but they have to buy stuff. They're not going to get any health benefits.
Medicaid, they can't get Social Security, and they can't get Medicare
because they can't get welfare either.
No welfare.
No driver's license.
Nope.
No voting rights in these little super local elections like these people are doing. So
you don't get those benefits that a citizen gets. Guess what? You can work and you pay taxes.
And you can help me out.
And here's the thing: if you lose your job, you got to go. Can't stay.
You're arrested. You got to go.
Got to go.
So
it's like this is the easiest solution possible.
And if you come in illegally, you have zero opportunity to go through the actual legal system.
You're banned. You're banned.
So tag them and
let them go.
Let them go.
Got to go. And this is not being mean.
No,
this
is self-preservation of our country.
You have to preserve a society.
And right now, our society is so fractured. You do not need this influx of migrants to destabilize even more. I will say it again: Viktor Orban, Hungarian president, need him here. Yeah. He would not put up with any of this bullcrap.
No. It's like you're allowing your society to deteriorate. And I'm not trying to speak ill of people, okay? There are people out there trying to make, they're trying to make it for their families. I understand that. But at the same time, you cannot bring in people that have no education, don't speak the language, have no real skills, and bring them into the United States.
And try to tell us what to do.
And try to give them free stuff.
No.
Have kids here, get stuck here, anchor them down. They've got, I must say they have nothing to offer. As human beings,
I'd send all the anchor babies back too.
Yes,
current ones.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this option before: they can stay. They're American citizens, right? By law, by judicial rulings.
But their parents, whoever came in,
they
have to go.
So you can make a choice. You can put your child in the foster system, have adopted out, or take it back. Your choice. I mean, we're not gonna punish the kid.
No, they're no fault of their own. They're children. They're innocent.
No fault.
But the parents or whoever brings them in,
gotta go. You got to go. Take your kids with you, or they're going to be put up for adoption here. It's just the way it is. But that's compassionate, though.
Right. You're putting with a loving family. You're putting with somebody that, if you put them with a family that is already established, you're going to have that child have more opportunities to excel.
And this goes
versus into a legal alien that does not, if let's say they don't assimilate into the country, they don't speak the language, they are not, they're not worth. anything to our country.
They're not.
That child is not going to grow to be of value to this country. So they need to go.
They need to
and
go
if I'm going to be, I don't care what you call me, but that's just common sense. Illegal.
And that goes for anybody.
White,
no
black,
race,
Hispanic, I don't care what
where you came from. You could be Russian, you could be European, you could be African, you could be South American,
Canadian.
You could be Chinese, you could be Korean, whatever you are. You break the law, there should be consequences.
But the fact that we just say illegal, we're already lumped into the racist talk because they're saying, "Oh, you're only against the brown." No, it's illegal.
Against everything.
It's called the law. It's
the law.
It's not rocket science.
I wonder if Hawaii has a lot of illegal immigration.
Probably not. I mean, it'd be tough to get there. If there's shipping and stuff, they could smuggle them in, but you're not going to have the influx of the land borders.
Okay. Well, speaking of Hawaii,
that's a great
big conspiracy theory.
Talking about the Chinese lasers? Possible. I don't know.
Direct energy weapons?
Yeah. Have you seen there's been videos, and it's so.
We live in a time of CGI.
I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe.
I don't know either.
But is there a possibility that these type of weapons? Yes.
Absolutely.
We have a space force.
Yeah.
I'm sure all these rockets that start, SpaceX has been popping off constantly here up in Virginia and Texas. Communication systems. There's probably
look at all those satellites that SpaceX has put up for the wireless internet for the satellites.
Right.
Who's to say those aren't being used for nefarious reasons?
There could be a multiple.
They're all around the world. They're circling the world. So who's to say they're not going to?
Right, but China. There's a possibility that there's direct energy weapon. However, I'm going to go against the conspiracy theory because. You had the hurricane, and you had 80-mile-per-hour winds. You had telephone poles, watching videos of these telephone electric wires fall into this dry ground because they've had a drought for weeks in that area. Power line falls down, 80-mile-per-hour winds. You have one rush spark and dry land. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, that to me is probably what happened. 99.9% of the time.
Probably
chance.
So.
But, it's fun to think about. It could be
But all those families have lost everything.
Right.
It's like it wiped out a whole town.
It was just tragic. It's like 100 people now.
But think about this too. There's going to be a lot of people trying to go in there and start building hotels there and all sorts of stuff.
Build there.
But I'm telling you, it's like as soon as something like that happens, you watch. Within a few years, it's going to be resort area.
But their savior is coming. Biden said they're going to try to get there.
And
they're going to give them $700.
But don't worry, billions went to Ukraine. Yeah. Did you see those videos of people on vacation in Ukraine?
Oh, they're
pools, beach.
But if
there's a freaking war going on, bro. It's on the street, man. They're shooting each other.
If you look back in World War II, Russia or Germany was getting carpet bombed, and they were doing the same thing. But you have pockets of people
who were taking vacations.
There's people like picnics and stuff, and there's
in
places
the mountains
that weren't hit. Right. So there's going to be areas of Ukraine, I'm sure, that has not been hit. There's no strategic value. So sure. But should we be sending them billions of dollars? No.
If you got able-bodied people hanging around the beach, that's not a war anymore.
They need to be on the front
line. They need to be on the front line. Right. Send them.
I agree, 100%.
Bye. Go. Here's a gun. Courtesy of the U.S. Here's some bullets. Courtesy of the U.S.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. Get them. All right. Okay, now here's some crazy stuff, right? You know how we are on this show. We do not take kindly the sexual predators and morons trying to groom kids, right? We don't do that stuff on this show. We don't like that kind of stuff. So California preschool teacher blasts innocent, saying toddlers should be taught queerness, sexuality in classrooms.
For what?
Because they're grooming kids, bro.
But what possibility?
They want to rape little kids.
Why teach kids about queerness? Kids are going. You yourself can figure out as you get older where. So if you're gay, you're going to be attracted to the same sex, and that's going to be a natural progression. You do not need to be pushed.
No.
And say, hey, Matt, you have that cute hair, so you're a little bit feminine, so you're trans.
Yeah.
You're going to be trans. And the liberal parents, these liberal women, pushing their kids to be trans.
Listen, insane. Bro. Listen.
Insane.
Listen. Okay. I saw this video on Instagram. It's like, it was like something like Homo Mojo or something like that, where if you look at these posts of these gay movies and stuff, not saying anything, you know.
No, I love gay.
If you want to watch movies like that, fine. But it's 95% women pushing.
It's the white liberal women
that
are the problem.
I'm telling you, look at the comments and see who's commenting. It ain't dudes.
No,
there's 5% gay guys and 95% straight women.
And the 95% straight women are pushing this crazy.
They're pushing this, and they're like,
no reason.
Where's the nice guys at? You're making them gay.
Right.
That's where they are. You want a strong man to pay your bills and to be the man of the house.
But you can't do that because that's toxic masculinity and
don't call the fire department. Don't call the police then. That's toxic then.
Right.
Those are men and some women.
Some women.
But generally, who comes to save the day when it's the military? Dudes.
So men. Special forces.
Real men. Men.
And that's okay. It's okay to have that one.
Who's going to fix your plumbing in your house?
Majority. And my daughter said, this is funny yesterday, because we're doing pricing windows for a house. So, and I think I told you 12 windows, $25,000. So, yes, I was floored. I was like, oh my God.
What's this class made of? Diamonds?
And my daughter, my youngest, says, every person that comes, all these salespeople come door to door, and for any of these types of services, all dudes. Because, and this is why she said, because for this side was women would not be comfortable going into somebody's home.
Correct.
So there is a clear line of that.
That's why
men
coming
from women
are generally in sales. Outside sales are generally men.
And it's the safety issue too. I mean, that's how she's perceiving it. And I can see other women going and say, I would not be comfortable. Even look at real estate.
Yeah.
You're going to home showing homes. That's kind of dangerous.
Oh, I know realtors that are women out here. They're packing.
You'd have to pack.
It's like, don't mess with them. Polk County realtor women, they ain't gonna play around.
No. So there is professions that are predominantly women, predominantly male.
Yes.
So it's.
But look at it. Linemen doing electrical work on the power poles. Look at those. 99.9% men.
Amen.
So just keep pushing the men out of these positions. It's toxic masculinity to make money, provide for your family, have children. It's like we're going off the rails in this country, man.
We get everything.
We are a TikTok generation.
Whatever happens to our country, we get everything we deserve.
Yes, TikTok. You got the commies pushing all these things on us. They don't push that stuff in their own countries.
No.
They're trying to educate them. They're trying to beat us.
You watch these videos in China and Russia. These kids in elementary school field tripping guns.
AK-47s.
Learning how to use it.
Do they have school shootings? Probably not.
They have a lot of stabbings, but we need to do that here. There's some skills that I think, and we've talked about this every week, as this global conflict and friction and stuff. The possibility of this escalating to something huge is there. And people here, especially on the left, are going to have a very hard time dealing with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the
thing. We have their pronouns, right?
But here's the thing. If the United States ever fell, which I guess all empires and countries
we ever deserve.
We almost did the Civil War. We almost lost the entire country at that point, too. But think about this. If we lost, the pro-dem police would be wiped out by the country that takes us over.
Right.
They would not tolerate it 0% and wipe them out.
100%.
They would wipe them out.
And all the useful idiots that these countries use through social media influence to get this country the way it is now, they're going to be all wiped.
Every communist country has wiped out the useful idiots.
Yeah, 100%. Every
time.
Good luck.
It's happened. The most recent one was Venezuela. Right. They wiped them out.
You're going to see if you get a full-scale World War III going on, you're going to start seeing a lot of civil unrest in multiple countries.
There will-
You'll see the Balkanization of this country. The red states will probably solidify and just say, Russia, China, you can take your... We're gonna just,
You know what? You might just see surrender some of the states. Just, don't fight. Just don't. I mean, they are such a drag on the nation. Just make it a battlefield because it's not worth keeping it.
yeah, just let the Northeast
I
and
mean,
West Coast...
literally, you could just drop some nukes on them and say, "Come on, keep on trying." Just nuke them.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying kill people on purpose, but think about it. If you make it a nuclear wasteland, who's going to try to cross it?
They're not.
No. I mean, strategically nuke areas and say, I dare you.
Come on in.
Come on. There's some people right there. I'm going to nuke it again. I'm going to nuke it again.
Nuking our own country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as a preventative measure. It's like a wall. It's like a nuclear wall where you can't cross it. It's a wasteland.
Interesting.
It
could. I mean,
that's a strategy.
I wouldn't want to go in there with
But think about it.
Half-Life.
Think about California, Oregon, Washington State. If you try to have a land invasion from that way, you just nuke it until it's uninhabitable.
Not even that. You can just go in interior where non-populated areas and.
I mean, you can literally nuke the west of the Rockies.
I don't know.
Try to cross it.
I mean, that's an interesting defensive.
Mess around and find out.
That's an interesting defensive thing. I don't know. I'm sure their military's war
I'm
game.
sure there's a war game scenario.
I'm guarantee there's a war game. Like, how do we prevent? I don't know. Maybe.
It's like, come on, keep on doing it. All right, it's just a thought process.
So this whole queerness thing, this California teacher, William Billy Villapino, has said that the idea of childhood innocence is a myth and claimed topics deemed inappropriate such as queerness can be suitable for the pre-K age group. The district repeatedly ignored Fox News' request for comment.
Why is there grooming kids?
And it's Rialto Unified School District. Anytime you hear the Unified School District, it's some leftist
It's much copy.
piece of crap. So
Yeah. There's like, it also went on to say there's a common mythology that children live in this world of pure innocence.
they are.
And that by introducing or exposing them to real world adults are somehow shattering their illusion for them. Therefore, there's a banning of topics and issues that children should be exposed to, not be exposed to, as if they are not experiencing them already. Listen, just stay away from. Why do people have a constant thing about talking about sexuality with kids? What is the fascination with that?
Because
shit?
they know.
I'm sorry, I cussed. But
that's okay. But
like,
if you get
what's the fascination?
but kids, they are learn.
They're little sponges.
They're sponges, and they look up and trust adults. So if you have a teacher like this telling these kids, we send our kids to school. Hey, you're going to go to school. You're going to learn. You're going to get your education.
Yeah.
You got your teachers.
Yeah.
95% of teachers don't do this because everybody in the schools that especially down here,
not going to be tolerated.
You're not going to be tolerated. So it's a small percent that are going to try this. Maybe 10% of these schools. So they're sent to these schools to learn to trust. So they hear all this stuff. They come back and they tell parents, and parents say, "Oh, you can't listen to that."
Yeah.
So you got this confusion. So the kids are going to be like, "Well, I've always been told to trust."
Or they're told not to tell their parents.
That's happening.
Yeah, that's happening.
Right.
It's like, don't tell your parents about the gender stuff that's going on in school. Don't tell your parents that you're transitioning.
That's that's one of the good things about COVID is it opened up
A lot of eyes.
especially with the virtual learning and seeing what kind of nonsense is being sprouted. So
Yeah. All right. So we got this Princeton anti-capitalist class teaching black people should be considered handicapped due to systemic racism.
Why is
sorry.
the left?
I'm sorry.
The left is so racist.
Oh my god.
The left,
They're
okay,
calling black people
disabled because
handicapped.
you're not.
Oh my god.
Black folks out there. If
the left is racist.
the left is very racist.
That's one of the most racist things I've seen. I've seen a lot of racist shit online. That's racist.
That's racist, and the whole thing about the affirmative action in school, they lost their ever-loving mind, basically saying black people are not smart enough to get into college.
Oh my god.
That was like insanely racist. I'm like,
so you're having to lower the standards because they're not smart enough, and you're acknowledging it by doing it.
My upper management officers that I report to are black, female. 2 of them.
Yeah.
They're very smart.
Yeah.
They're very educated because they're a human being.
Yeah.
They had a different upbringing maybe, and they might have had more opportunities, but they're still human beings. The ones that are bitching about this are lazy. They are crime-ridden. They don't want to go to school.
So what fixes it? You know what fixes this? More money.
It doesn't. Or
Every time.
Let's
more
pass
money.
it
More money. I need more money to turn this around. It didn't work, but I need some more money.
A lot of the schools want to get rid of like the SAT and stuff, so now they can just slot these people in. I don't know. It's extremely racist to tell black people they're disabled because of systemic racism. You're not disabled.
So a Princeton class is now teaching this. An Ivy League school is calling black people disabled and handicapped because of their race. How is this not major news?
I don't know. Like it's even an article taught. It's a class taught by a professor who specializes in women, gender, and sexuality.
There we go.
So you got pink hair and big thick glasses.
Yeah.
Sattel Larson featured a book called Permission to Maim. The book argues that black people, along with other groups, the author Jasper Pure deemed to be opposed by systemic racism, oppressed by systemic racism, can be considered disabled since the supposed structures in place limit their agency in society. No, you have an SAT test.
We have
you take
free education K through 12 in this country.
The white people, every other you put in your effort. You get the good grades, you take the SAT, you score high, you join groups that help enrich yourself, such, different clubs, student government, sports, things like all encompassing that you're a well-rounded individual. You then take that and you apply it to the schools that you want.
Yeah.
And they look at your overall and say, yes, this is a good candidate to come into the school.
Yeah.
And let's say this person, it's a white person that scored a 1,500 on the SAT, did all the president of this club, great grades, straight A's, they're a student council, they're a leader in their school, gets declined from Harvard, but somebody who is not white, who scored 1,100 on the SAT, gets accepted because of their color. That is extremely racist. And it makes, I would be mad, and this goes even with the trans athletes. If I was a woman athlete, I'd be like, why would you try? Why even try? And it's going to come to the point where people are just like, why would even...
It's the dumbing down of the West.
It's insane.
Western society is like a meritocracy. Best one wins. Best educated. The best effort. Win. That's how
life works.
That's how America became great.
Second place is first loser.
Correct. And we don't want to be second. But guess what? The more money that we have spent on public education, the worse it's gotten. And I'm not saying there's bad teachers out there. I'm just saying that...
There's bad teachers out there.
No, I'm not saying all bad teachers not all teachers are bad, but there's bad ones. But we have continued to spend billions upon billions upon billions of billions and billions of dollars on public education, and it gets worse all the time. It never gets better, but the only solution is we need more money. We need more money. For what?
Right.
Where's the results? There's no results. The results are terrible. I mean, what was it? One school in Chicago?
Zero.
No one can pass.
0%.
F. Everybody got an F.
0% pass on a reading. Or it was math.
No, math. They couldn't pay it. They couldn't pass math.
Not 1%. Not one kid.
Not one kid.
Or 100, 500 kids, whatever.
Not one kid.
Passed.
But you know what solves that bill?
Money. How about fire these teachers? Get people in there that actually teaches the fundamentals and not worry about all this bull crap and teach life skills.
Screw the standardized testing. Get them a vocational degree.
Home ec classes back in the class.
Get them productive.
Balance your checkbook. I learned how to cook. I did wood shop. We had drafting.
But I'll tell you right now, liberal whites would not tolerate this in a white area.
No.
No, they would not.
Yeah, not
because
my
that's
backyard.
racist as hell.
Not in my backyard.
No.
So
But they're always saying, "Oh, black people don't have opportunities." They do have opportunities.
100%.
Yeah, they've had a lot more opportunities over the years than we have as white
And
people.
even if you're in a sucky school that is in like the Chicago school, as a parent of these children, I'd be like, okay, you might not be getting here, but let's supplement it.
Yeah,
Read on your own, study on your own, because
a liberal's worst nightmare is school choice.
right.
That's the worst nightmare.
That's why they're fighting it so
Yes, because it's like, you should stay in your neighborhood. Isn't that racist where you can't move around and, become better? You have to stay in your neighborhood school, even though it's failing.
Right.
You can't get out.
Makes no sense.
That is,
I don't know.
that's control. That's just controlling people, keeping them down.
And we'll say this, and we're going to be called, oh, that's not happening. No, it's 100%
It's
happening.
happening everywhere.
Just open your eyes. I mean, that's all it is.
Have you seen the inner city lately?
Right. It's crazy. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. All right. So, Bible verse of the day. Let's wrap it up here. Second Thessalonians 2:16-17. May our Lord Jesus Christ Himself and God our Father, who loved us and by His grace gave us eternal encouragement and good hope, encourage your hearts and strengthen you in every good deed and work.
Amen.
Wow. Were we a little fired up tonight, Pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
Ooh. Oh, hey, it's fall almost, man. Pumpkin spice season, baby.
Dude, it was...
time.
Wait, let me see. Okay, let me just pull up. It's 7 o'clock, right?
Oh, yeah.
Current
that shit?
temperature is 91 and feels like 100.
My air conditioning's like, stop beating me.
Oh, let me just, before we wrap,
Yeah.
I told you we're shopping windows. So this company came out and demoed.
Did they demo your stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
Showed demo.
Oh, okay.
We have original built house in 98, so with single pane windows, right?
Gotcha.
Crap. We want some double pane lights. So
Double your pain.
right. So he got our regular window, like the glass. He had a heat lamp set to 100 degrees because from the temperature, he had a thermometer, shot the heat lamp.
Okay.
Got our glass, put it in, and it dropped down like 86.
Ooh.
Got one of the big box stores window, put it down. It was like 56 degrees. Like the temperature, like coming out of the window.
Oh.
Their window, they put it there. The 100-degree heat lamp coming up the thing, 3 degrees. I'm clearly needing some freaking, because this heat's insane.
I know, but still.
I'm not paying $25.
No! No!
Okay, but the cash deal, if we didn't finance, was $20,500. We have 5 more quotes over between tomorrow and next week.
How about you just board up your windows?
No, we want to make.
Just board it up.
We're starting now. I mean, the house
Is that why they put tinfoil, aluminum foil windows? Not just because of the math lab, but actually.
I guess just for heat reflection or something.
You want me to do? I'm just gonna buy a bunch of sun visors and put them on my windows.
So basically, he demoed. I could have sat in front of my front window and get burned. Suntan.
You're gonna cook like a chicken.
Yeah, that's why my air conditioning starts at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and it will cycle off about 9 o'clock for the first time.
I don't know if this is a fact or not, but let me talk about this because someone at work had mentioned this to me. Is it okay just to run your AC at 72 all day because it's going to run all day at 79 anyways?
Probably because what's going to happen is
it's not going to change the
price. It probably won't change the price, and also you're going to, let's say you set up like 78, 79, right? And you have the cycles on and off.
But it won't even go off.
But let's say it does.
Okay.
Mine will cycle off. Like if I have it set, I have it set at 74 during the day. It'll stay at 75. It will never go up to 76. So if I set it at 75 right, or 76, it'll go up. It'll cycle up, go back to 75, cycle off. 15 minutes later, it'll cycle back on. So this thing's going on and off, on and off. And the chances of that capacitor going out, wear and tear.
So are you better off just running that sucker at 72 all day?
Probably.
Is it going to make a difference? Because it's running all day anyways.
Right. And so if it's running constantly, so
what's the point?
Right.
It looks like, I thought about that, I'm like, that sucker's running full blast anyways. Why not just put that sucker down to 72?
I keep it at 73 at night. It used to be 72, then my wife was all cold, so I keep it at 73. And 74, put it at 74 during the day. It'll run, it'll jump up to about 75. When I get home tonight, it'll be at 74, about 8 o'clock. When the sun goes out, I'll cycle it down to 73.
Okay, all right. Just try to save some money.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe these $25,000 windows will...
I know.
We'll see.
brand new outlook on life when you look at your new windows. All right.
Yeah. $25,000, 12 windows. Come on, 12.
That's a car. That's a car, bro.
Yeah, so I have to see what this company says tomorrow and this guy Saturday morning. But if it's all around the same, we're gonna have to pull the trigger and get.
Yeah, it's like it's new windows. All right. Speaking of new windows, let's talk about podcast. I mean, you can get it everywhere.
Spreaker. We've got iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube.
Yeah.
We're posting more on Telegram. I'm posting more just weird war stuff, and I'll throw some like violent videos of people hurting themselves.
Violent videos,
like stupid people.
Did you see the alien in the subway?
I have not.
Okay, there's this person. I think they're a kid or a small person at least. I can't say what midget or dwarf. Can I say that?
Person. I don't know.
Okay, but they're gray. They're like painted gray, makeup done, looks legitimately like a freaking alien.
Okay.
It's New York City. Okay, that can get away in New York City. You did that in the swamps over here,
they'll be shot.
Exactly. We don't play that game in Florida.
Don't walk around.
Florida man is going to find you, and it's not going to be pretty. All right, let's wrap it up. Okay, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Catch us on the all the.
We'll be on video next week. Yeah. We had some technical difficulties,
but you know what? So is life. It's a technical difficulty.
Not a big deal.
But thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting us. Don't forget to share the podcast, subscribe, listen, tell your friends and family about it. We love to hear from y'all. Have a great week, and thanks for listening again. We appreciate it.
Peace.